Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Here we go today. I think I have something for a lot of people today. At least I hope I do. And this is about on your journey. And this is about something that happens to us all. I mean, what happens to all of us from time to time when we get discouraged? What happens to all of us when we feel like quitting? What happens to all of us when we have that turn back moment? What happens to all of us when it don't seem like it's going to pan out? Because I want you to understand something, that everyone, every single living soul has those thoughts about something at some point in their life. I mean, you know, look, I've oftentimes been discouraged about things not happening as fast as I'd like them, or things don't pan out the way I would like for them to have panned out. I mean, there's so many ways to get discouraged. But what my encouragement to you is, when discouragement comes, is understand this. It is a part of the growth process. It is a test. It is a test of your faith. How bad you want it. Do you really believe? That's all faith is simply, and I've said this how many times, faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. So when discouragement comes, setbacks comes, it is a test of your faith. At least it's been that way for me. Now, other people can explain it another way. I'm not other people. I can only give it to you the way it's come to me and throughout my life. And man, oh man, oh man, discouragement sometimes is tough to deal with. Because it seems at times when you are discouraged that it's so absolute that this means the end. And if you allow it to set in, it can be just that, the end of you. When merely it was a test. That's all it is. But the majority of people that I know who are not successful, or who have told me the story of how they gave up, it was because at a moment of discouragement that they allowed it to set in, and it became so engulfing that it became the reason why you shouldn't finish. And then they started justifying it with, hear the one that I hate to hear. Well, if it's God's will. Excuse me? If it's God's will that you fail, if it's God's will that you're not successful, if it's God's will that you lay down and give up, it's God's will that you allow yourself to amount to not reach your potential, that's God's will. That's not the God I know. That's not the God I serve. That's not the God I've read about. That's not the God I believe in. I'm sorry. My mother always taught me something, that he didn't bring me this far to leave me. I just don't believe that. Not for a second. Now, have I convinced myself of some things? Yep. Have I allowed the devil to come into the picture and paint a different one for me? Yep. I've done all of that. But you can't blame that on God now. Come on. So when discouragement comes, try to look at it, if you can, as a test of your faith. And you merely have to pass the test. It could be for a day, a half a day, a few hours, a week, a few weeks. It don't matter. Don't nobody know how long the test period is. Your job is to keep the faith and keep moving. Keep the faith and keep moving. Keep working. Keep believing. Keep hope alive. That's your job. If you do that, that's how you pass the test. It could be over tomorrow. It could be over in 2 weeks. It could be over in a month. You don't know. But all you got to do is wake up and keep the faith and fight the discouraging feelings. And how do you do that, Steve? Now, here we go. This is the part I know about for sure. Because how many times I've had to fight off discouragement in order to get to where God wanted me to be. What do you do when you become discouraged? Well, I think of the outcome. When I get discouraged about a task, I think about the outcome. Man, what would it be like if I were to complete the task? What would it be like, man? What would the outcome be for me if I hung on in there? If I didn't give up? If I imagine if I don't quit, I imagine if I don't give up, what would it be like? Man, suppose everything I'm hoping for comes true. But if I don't quit and give up, that might just be the case. I start talking to myself like that. I think of what the upside is. What's the upside to staying with it? You see, all this is the same thing. I'm just giving you different ways to look at it. I'm saying the exact same thing over and over, but I'm just trying to find the switch that connects in your mind where you can say, okay, man, I'm going to hang in there. Because if you think of the outcome and the outcome is appealing to you, if you imagine what it would be like if you don't give up or you don't quit, if you think only of what the upside is to staying with it, and then I go, where can this lead to? If I stay with it, man, and the outcome comes true, where else could that lead me to? Because, I mean, there's always more to it. So where else could this lead me to? What are the possibilities, man? What are the limitless possibilities? What could God possibly have in store for me if I just hang in there? If I pass this test of faith? If I just pass this test? Now, it ain't going to be the only one, but you got to get past this one, though. Then you're going to hit a smooth plane, then it's going to be another one. It's going to be another one. Life ain't nothing but a series of tests, man. Man, when you're thinking about giving up, when you're discouraged, think of the outcome. Imagine what it would be like if you don't quit, if you don't give up. What's the upside to staying with it? Where can this all lead to? What can this get you to? If you do this and you get to where you think you want to be, oh my God, what's after that? What are the limitless and endless possibilities of holding on to your faith? What could really be out there for me, man, if I just pass this test? You got to talk yourself into hanging in there.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Eric Andre. I made a podcast called Bombing about absolutely tanking on stage. I'm talking about your most miserable experience as a performer. I tell gnarly stories, and I talk to friends about their worst moments of bombing in all sorts of ways. Bombing on stage, bombing in public, bombing in life. Like the time I stole a girl's phone during a set and she jumped on stage and threw a big haymaker punch to my nose. I want to know what's the worst way they've ever bombed or performed way too drunk or high. And was there ever a time where they thought they were going to crush and they stunk it up? Subscribe to my podcast, Bombing with Eric Andre, to hear more crazy stories from me and my friends. I'll have guests like Sam J, Dulce Sloan, Michelle Buteau, Mac DeMarco, DJ Doug Pound, Saturday Night Live's Sarah Sherman, and more. Listen to Bombing with Eric Andre on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time again. It's time to give gratitude and thanks to the Creator for just another great opportunity, man. So grateful that I got the chance to get up this morning. So grateful that I got the chance to go to work. So grateful that I got the chance to make new decisions. Thank you for just giving me the power of choice and then helping me by trusting in you to make better choices. I don't always get it right. Lord knows I don't. But when I do, it's usually because I've listened to him. Okay? Welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mississippi Monica Jr., and the legend that is Nephew Tommy. Junior?
Yes, sir. Hey,
Man.
let me ask you something, because you said you'd be grateful. Could you imagine some of the decisions you made? You think the Lord was really disappointed in you?
Boy.
I can't believe Harvey.
When he looked up, he went, what? Hey, man. Wait a minute, man. What? I know good and well he done. Because I done went to him in prayer after I made the decision.
Yeah.
He said, when you gonna learn? You ever thought about just coming to me first?
Oh, man.
You ain't want to do that?
Yeah. I've been there, man.
What did the Lord say, Steve?
What? Wait a minute, man. You did what? Steve, I thought I told you. I told you. Vengeance is mine. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
You went down there and did what? Oh, now you in court.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Now you want me to touch the jury's heart and get into the mind and spirit of the judge. Right. You're sitting up in here because I told you not to go down there.
Yeah.
Boy, you so dumb. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Boy,
wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, excuse me. Wait a minute. Lord, Father God. Huh? this, wait a minute. This the same day?
Same day.
What? Excuse me?
The same day. Another
Wait
one?
a minute. With who? I thought you ain't even like her. What is you talking? Y'all did what? Boy. Boy. Yeah, man. So, yeah, Junior, I've disappointed him so many times. I know he just looked upside my head and went, whoo.
Oh, man.
Thank him for his grace and mercy, though.
That's all.
Yeah.
And his favor.
Well,
all of that.
And praise him like it's already done.
Yes.
It's done. He go.
You gonna mess around and be a movie one day, boy. You keep on.
Man.
All right. Great question. Great answer, too, Steve.
God.
Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour. It is Monday, so you know what that means. Church Complaints with Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Church Complaints with Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam.
We go in the most prosquivious way. We ponticize and frioche our way through a gravitatious lifestyle of iniquity and depravity.
That boy's a genius.
We are here in divine order of ecclesiastics.
Say it again.
Of ecclesiastics. And we come here to do the remedy.
You better do the.
That boy brilliant.
Wordplay right there.
Put it together, ain't he, Pastor?
You word
Brilliant.
We gonna do it now with church complaints. Come on, Deacon.
All right, Pastor. Brother Darren Hayes has been getting mad and trying to hurt himself. Now, the doctor prescribed him an NFL football helmet for 3 months. The chin strap has a lock on it, and he can't take it off. This is so he can't hurt himself. He's asking for you to talk to the doctor because the helmet is a Cowboys helmet, and people keep throwing stuff at him. So he's asking if you would talk to the doctor about this situation.
I believe that the mission and the prayer has been answered. The mission and the prayer was for him not to hurt himself.
No, that's right. That's right.
You can't hurt yourself if you got that helmet on.
That's right.
And the fact that you can't get the helmet off is going to keep you from hurting yourself. See,
but people are throwing things at him, though, Pastor. That's the problem.
The prayer was for him not to hurt himself. The prayer was not for others. Not for See, know your prayer. Don't be, when you go to God, know your prayer, because when he answers, don't come in here trying to add nothing else on. Now you want help from other people. That ain't what you prayed for.
Know your prayer.
Know your prayer. Come on, man.
Know your prayer. All right. I will pass on the news.
That's a word.
We got a major issue here. Brother Lawrence Kavanaugh's funeral was this past week. God rest his soul. He wanted to be transported to the cemetery in a horse and carriage. Well, and they got that for him. But halfway to the cemetery, the horse died. They are both still on Old Spanish Trail right now. The family is asking if we can help get the horse and him to the cemetery. That's your call, Pastor. But they still right there on the street, Old Spanish Trail.
OST.
OST.
I'm going to need them to get that cleared up soon, because I takes Old Spanish Trail when I goes to bingo. And I just wanted
Man, you play bingo.
Yeah, we play together.
We play. I collect the money. I run the bingo hall.
What?
Yeah, I bought a bingo parlor. Anyway, Brother Lawrence Kavanaugh, this once again, know your prayer. The prayer was to be taken to his grave site in a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah.
We did that.
Well, we didn't make it all the way, but we
You
did.
didn't ask him to make it. You asked to be taken in a horse-drawn carriage. Again, know your prayer. You was getting taken there. You didn't ask him to keep you.
Amen.
You didn't ask him for a safe journey.
Yeah.
You didn't ask him for full delivery. You said, take me in a horse-drawn carriage. You should have asked for a healthy horse. See, you know your prayer. Go ahead, Deacon.
A whole word.
Healthy horse.
All right, you're going to have to talk to Brother Curtis Baker and tell him to stop throwing his black hat up in the air during service. It's only supposed to be done during a time of black emergencies. And he's out of control with that. The whole time you was preaching, he kept throwing that black hat in the air. You're going to have to talk to him, Pastor.
I was wondering why several of the white members was getting jumped on.
Just
doing
randomly.
service.
No, not in church.
Out of nowhere, I was just going, why did he haul off and found Brother Peter?
Oh, man.
But no, I will speak with him about throwing his hat in the air.
Thank you.
You know, stop taking your hat off.
All right, last but not least, the roller skating fundraiser was a disaster. Sister Moselle Richards, it was a disaster. Sister Moselle Richards fell and couldn't stop rolling and took out 18 people in front of her. 12 of them are in the hospital, and we owe the skating rink $2,000 in damages. So it's safe to say we did not raise any money. Now, how do you want to pay the roller rink?
Oh, see, now we not. I don't really foresee myself paying the roller rink any money, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'm going to plead my own case. You know, I started to go to law school. There's a sign at the roller rink that says skate at your own risk, that we are not responsible for any injury. And that's at the door of every skating rink. You can't fall, break your arm, and sue the skating rink because you fell. So we're not going to be able to give no money. What made us want to have a roller skating fundraiser?
We have a roller skating ministry. I know you didn't know that, but we have a roller skating ministry.
Thank you, Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam. Know your prayer. That's a word for today. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news. Well, Steve, you were trending last week over this tweet. A comedian you don't find funny at all, ? You came back to set the record straight after some backlash. We'll talk about that. And in really sad news, longtime TV game show host Bob Barker has died. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, from The Price is Right. That's all at the top of the hour. We'll talk about it. But right now, it is time to ask the CLO. This one is from Jess in Hollywood. Jess says, my boyfriend is 27 years old and I'm 30. I've caught him watching explicit videos right before we're intimate. So I asked if he needs those to be excited, and he said no. The videos keep him interested. Is this good or bad, and should I be offended?
Well, I mean, he said those explicit videos keep him interested. He told you the truth. Now, I don't know if it's good or bad. He 27. He 27. Y'all keep what y'all. You know how much stuff he's still trying to figure out. Now he trying to figure out if he need this. He don't even know he watching it to get ready. He done told you some little baby ass answer. It keeps me interested. What? What do you mean interested? So, you know, I don't know what to tell you, lady. You're 30, you're dating a 27-year-old dude. He trying to figure some stuff out. I don't know what he means. Because it's a very vague statement. It keeps me interested in the video, in pleasure, I guess it do. He should have just said, this is what I like to look at.
That'd be more direct.
All right.
His timeline is full of that.
Yeah. Moving on to Trell in Nashville. Trell writes, I'm in my late 40s and my boyfriend is always in the club. He's 50 and never misses a Thursday and Saturday night out. He wants to get engaged, but I told him it's got to be me or the club. He said he has a hard time choosing. Should I leave? Oh, wow. Between you and the club?
Yeah. Yeah, if you were a 50-year-old dude and he having a hard time picking you or the club, why is he even in the club?
At 50.
You 50 in a club, man.
Wow.
What club? Are you sure this is a club? Are you confusing tavern with club? Speakeasy with club?
Not the speakeasy.
Juke joint with club? After hour spot? Percy's? I don't, man. Yeah,
whatever
he down there. Yeah, if he 50, you going the wrong way, lady. Thursday and Saturday. Thursday, ladies' night.
So should she leave?
Saturday is that night. You ain't got nothing. Okay. He have a hard time choosing you or the club. If a man can't put you in front of a club, why do you want him?
At 50.
At 50. Do you know how much stuff you behind? We just talking about the club. You need to ask him, do he prefer you or football? You need to ask him, do he prefer you or his car? Because I'm got to tell you something. You in line behind a lot of stuff, lady. If the club is more important and he can't decide, you better not ask him about another girl.
All right, moving on to Drea in East Orange. Drea writes, my husband and I owned a barber/beauty salon, and we have one stylist that never pays her booth rent on time. I know she has the money, but she offered to braid my hair instead. I said, okay. How do I convince my husband this is a great offer?
What?
You mixing it up like that? That's so stupid.
She braided her hair instead of paying her booth rent.
I mean, that's an exchange, money for service, service for money. But she never pays her booth. Ever. That ain't a
On
good
time.
business move.
On time. Yeah.
She says on time? Or
she never pays it on time. She pays it just not on time.
Oh, she be late.
But she got the money.
Yeah, she has the money.
Yeah.
Oh,
She paid. It's just late. She got it. She gonna get your hair braided though. Know what you gonna do?
But you might not have to convince your husband that it's a good idea. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Do you care?
Keep rocking your hair
You don't
being
sound
braided.
like you care because you're bald.
I don't really. Whew. You can't do nothing for me with this hair except give me my money.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't have to pay for getting her hair done. All right. Last one, Steve. This is from Sean in Lilburn. Sean writes, I had sex with a coworker 2 months ago, and he got fired last week. My boss went through his laptop, and I think she found our emails detailing our having sex at work. Would it be better to ask her if everything is okay or see if she comes to me?
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You don't even know what she's talking about.
You ain't seen
She ain't said nothing to you.
Right.
See, the
that
problem
alone.
you don't know is the reason he got fired because him and her might have had something.
Oh.
See, what you need to do is shut your mouth.
And
Here, okay, because let me show you how this conversation goes. Hi, Miss Perkins, is everything okay? Should it be?
That's Miss Perkins. The boss.
Shirley, go ahead and ask me some questions. You trying to feel around. I'm the boss. You the employee. You wrote the letter. Go ahead.
So, have you checked your email lately?
Check
Miss
it
Perkins?
every day. I need to be looking for something.
Well, no. I was just, making sure you're on top of things.
Oh, so you like to make sure somebody on top of things, huh?
Well, no, Miss Perkins, that's not what I'm saying. I just want to make sure,
Well, that's what one of the emails said I read. I read the email said something about you was on top of the copy at work.
No, ma'am. I would never do
okay.
anything like that. Yeah, and about Sean, who got fired last week. I was just wondering, have you heard anything? Do you know if he has a new job or anything?
What, you ain't
Miss Perkins?
called him?
Oh, no, ma'am. I was just curious because I like to know, what's going on in the office.
Oh, so you
bet
like
you
doing
do.
things around the office.
Well, it's kind of my job, to make sure everyone's okay and that they, check their emails and
Well,
things like
Sean
that,
was fine for about 6 months.
Oh, and
It
why do you
seemed to
think?
me like you would know that. Whoa, I know you're not finna ask me why was he fine.
Well,
Because I thought he was fine too. But I guess I wasn't the only one.
Perkins and her
Well, thank you,
feelings.
Miss Perkins. Yes, thank
Now,
you.
you ain't
Just
got to thank me.
I was just,
Watch
checking
your
in.
email, sweetie.
And you do the same. Thank you, Miss Perkins. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Eric Andre. I made a podcast called Bombing about absolutely tanking on stage. I'm talking about your most miserable experience as a performer. I tell gnarly stories, and I talk to friends about their worst moments of bombing in all sorts of ways. Bombing on stage, bombing in public, bombing in life. Like the time I stole a girl's phone during a set and she jumped on stage and threw a big haymaker punch to my nose. I want to know what's the worst way they've ever bombed or performed way too drunk or high. And was there ever a time where they thought they were going to crush and they stunk it up? Subscribe to my podcast, Bombing with Eric Andre, to hear more crazy stories from me and my friends. I'll have guests like Sam J, Dulce Sloan, Michelle Buteau, Mac DeMarco, DJ Doug Pound, Saturday Night Live's Sarah Sherman, and more. Listen to Bombing with Eric Andre on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From iHeart Podcasts.
What in the hell is going on in here?
Everyone has their limits.
I'd never confronted a situation like this. I just thought it was just a really terrible, immoral thing.
A line they won't cross.
I was stunned, and I just said no.
We're killing people.
You may never have to face that decision. When you find yourself at that line,
Thoughts racing, hearts racing.
And somebody needs to just, for once, give everybody the whole truth.
I'm like, this is evil.
and the only person who can sound the alarm is you.
I wasn't just going to sit silently by.
From iHeart Podcasts, these are the whistleblowers.
If you are disloyal,
bad things are going to happen.
If you speak out,
a disgrace to our country,
you will pay.
He should be prosecuted.
When power corrupts, conscience is the last line of defense. I'm Miles Taylor. Listen to The Whistleblowers on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
One of the most iconic television game show hosts, Bob Barker of The Price is Right game show, died at the age of 99 years old. Over the weekend.
Not game show host.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Steve. Yeah.
Look at it's too close for comfort. Okay.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek, Bob Barker. Oh, Lord, stop the rain.
Are you quite done? Mr. Barker reportedly died peacefully at his Hollywood Hills home in L.A. During his career, he won 18 Daytime Emmy Awards and was inducted into the TV Hall of Fame back in 2004.
Bad boy.
Legend.
True legend.
Yeah, he
99,
hosted
no, a full
Yeah, he had a great life.
Ain't nobody mad at 99.
No, you can't be.
Yeah. He hosted it for 35 years. The Price is Right. 35 years. He only missed one taping of 4 episodes a day. And of course, yeah, we send our condolences to his family. For sure.
For sure.
Now, moving on to you, Steve. Okay.
Another game show.
Wow,
What you got?
What exactly happened with your Twitter account? What is going on here? In this tweet that has since been deleted, your social media administrator posted a comedian you don't find funny at all, ? And after that post, you got tons of negative comments flooding in. You didn't notice a tweet until a couple of days later. But
somebody worked for me, called me and said, do you know you trending? And I said, for what? And for something you tweeted. Some who tweeted. See right there, that's why.
Yeah, I can give you a clue.
I tweeted, and I went, what? And they told me the tweet was, name a comedian that you don't find funny at all, or funny. And all these people, damn, Unc, why would you do that? And then they sent a clip of me, it was on the Breakfast Club. Man, that don't seem like Unc Steve Harvey, he don't roll like that. And I'm sitting there going, what is this?
Yeah.
And so I got on the phone, I texted everybody work for me. I'm saying, what the hell happened? What's that? Then come to find out, a person that works for me on my account tweeted it out. Boy, let me tell you something. So their response was, I'm so sorry. I was trying to get some engagement. Oh, there ain't no problem. Now I got to go on Twitter and make a public apology because my whole brand is positivity and motivation.
Exactly.
Uplift.
That doesn't sound like you.
And I wouldn't even do that, especially about a young person trying to come up in this business. We done all had some not funny nights. All of us done had them before. And why would you don't know where a person at in their career, but I was so mad that I just started, I did it, and see, I didn't know, tell you how much I don't know. They were talking about my ass on the response, talking about, because Steve Harvey, he doing a selfie. I thought it was a selfie. I thought if you record yourself
by yourself,
talking with your own hand, which is part of yourself. I thought that was a selfie. That was the biggest topic. That ain't no selfie.
That's what they got out of video.
Yeah, but most people understood it ain't nothing I would do. And then I was and then I coughed in the middle of the video, but I'm not redoing it.
That was funny.
But you're not redoing it.
No, I'm not redoing it. Dog, I'm not redoing it because this is what I was doing when I was doing the selfie. So why would I do it again?
It's a video. Stop calling it a selfie when you were doing the video. A selfie is pick your phone up, pick the picture, and you're done. You did the video.
I did it myself.
Steve, what about the comment that said something like, whatever, we know it wasn't you. Where's Lori?
Move on.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care. Now my daughter lives in that world. I don't. Mm-hmm. But I want to say this statement right here. Okay. I responded to that because I thought it was offensive to someone, and it came from my account. So I have to take responsibility if it comes from my account, even though I didn't do it. Right. Now, as far as responding to anything else, y'all wasting y'all time talking about me, because I don't respond to gossip and rumor. I don't do that. Y'all do whatever you want to do. But here's what I think happened. Okay. Because I trended, I think I learned a little bit about social media, too, that I didn't know. Because I trended with that response going on. It's on TMZ and the Shade Room and all like this. Yeah. People go, oh, he getting clicks. I'm going to say this about him, and he going to respond to that, and my story going to blow up. So here all these people and got together and came up with some gossip and some rumor. But I got news for you, wasting your time. Because Steve Harvey didn't respond to a damn thing, not gossip and rumor. Yeah. I don't do that. I don't do that. Because you are not my world. You are not my God. You don't create my life. You don't direct it or nothing. And I will not allow you in it and give you the power to do that. So you can make up all the rumor and gossip you want about me. I'm not responding to none of that. I responded to something that came from my account because it actually came from my account, and it was a statement that looked like I had.
Right. And people who know you know that was not the case. But as far as gossip and rumor, y'all can gossip and rumor and lie about me and my girl all you want. I ain't no responding to that. I'm good, man. We gotta go. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, a Fox News contributor compared Trump's mugshot to MLK's mugshot and referred to it as, quote, an image of defiance. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, you really can't make this stuff up, guys. Fox News contributor Will Cain said on Friday that Trump's mugshot from Fulton County Jail in Atlanta can be compared to Dr. Martin Luther King's mugshot in Fulton County Jail back in 1960. Will Cain went so far as to say Trump and MLK share, quote, an image of defiance. Take a listen.
These mugshots, which include people like MLK, these project a different image, not sad and pathetic, but an image of defiance. And I think that what you're seeing right there is defiance. And that's the exact message that Trump wants to convey, because this is defiance in his estimation and his supporters and for much of America against a broken system.
You know what, man? What's sad about these people is it becomes a broken system when it turns on them or when it don't go their way. It's the wonderful, best country, best judicial system in the world, as long as it's black people up there and other people up there. But the moment it's you up there, it's a broken system. It's nothing broken about it. This is y'all's system. Y'all made this system. Y'all came up with this. You and your damn forefathers. Y'all created this whole system. It's that same, It's, you know, no. There ain't no forefathers. Forefathers. And then I'm gonna tell you something. See, y'all sit up in here and y'all run this system down our throat. But then when it's time to swallow the same system, now it's a broken system. No, it's a broken system because you all are cowards and liars and have allowed this one individual to tell you that the system is broken. Now you want to say that the election process is broken. Why? Because this one guy lied and told y'all to say that. Do you know what I actually did last night? Watch the debate. They did a rerun of the Republican debate. And so I actually watched it. I was stunned. Mike Pence was the only one who stood up there and said anything against Donald Trump. Or Rominsky, whatever his name is. What's his name?
I think it's Vivek something.
Vivek something. He's
not going to get the nomination. It doesn't.
Oh, no. He is Donald Trump with tan skin that's brown instead of orange. He said the moment he's elected president, he will pardon Donald Trump. And everybody else up here should do the same thing. I was going, man, are y'all that sick? Y'all, listen to me. The Republican Party is broken. The Republican Party is so broken and fractured that they'll do anything to maintain power. And I'm telling y'all, man, they know this guy ain't the one, but they just scared of him. It's a party of cowards.
All right.
This is going to be another ugly election, man. We got to get ready to vote.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, she is here, Sister Odell, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, she is here, the one and only Sister Odell.
Well,
hold that note. Better hold that note.
Yes, Lord.
With all of my heart.
Amen.
Hey, glory. Y'all didn't know it, did you? Showed you something.
No, ma'am.
Girl, when I was singing in the Travelers.
Yes. Oh,
Travelers?
Yes, ma'am.
Travelers, gospel group called We Travel.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Girl, I can hold a note.
You
I
held
see.
it today.
Yes.
You held it today,
Yeah.
Sister Odell.
Sister Odell,
Go ahead.
I know you're here. You're happy.
To go sometime, you know.
Uh-huh.
Never did make it on this show. Don't look like that. They got a new boy on there now, another white man.
Drew
Yes.
Carey.
Drew
From
Carey.
Cleveland. From Cleveland.
He's a nice boy.
Okay.
He's as good looking as Bobby, though. Bobby was a good looking white man.
Very handsome man. Up in, yes.
Yeah, it was.
You liked his hair? You liked his
Loved
hair?
his hair. He used his good looks for evil.
Evil?
What?
Why you say that? What do you mean?
Girl, Bobby was a player.
Barker Beauties.
Ain't no doubt about it. You ain't never seen no Barker Uglies, did you?
You got
or
a
no
point.
Barker Regulars. Good looking man ain't gonna have no ugly women. I'm just gonna tell you that. Not a good looking man. The ugly man gotta take what he can get, but a good looking man gonna have good looking women. You can believe that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Sister Odell, did you happen to know Miss Elizabeth Francis, by the way?
Who is that, sweetie?
She was a woman that lived in Houston, Texas. She's the second oldest person in the country. She just made 114 on July 25th. She called it a blessing to have lived so long.
Yes,
Do you happen to know?
No, I don't know her.
She said,
Okay.
speak your mind and don't hold your tongue.
Oh, I know that's right.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that's right. I does that now.
Just
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
say what's ever on your mind.
I don't even know, what it is. The reason I can, she's 100 and what?
14. She made that last month.
I'm 113 myself.
Are you? Finally get your age, sister.
Finally get
You look good. You look good.
I know good well. I look good. Still sharp and sassy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
My breast done changed a lot, but
Yeah, it happens. Gravity. It happens.
Yes, ma'am.
yours
Sister
don't
Odell.
look like mine. If yours looked like mine, you wouldn't be on the radio.
Coming up next.
That's illegal.
Thank you, Sister Odell. The nephew with
See, y'all
today's...
on the Zoom, and y'all can see y'all's on the Zoom. I'm on the Zoom, and mine is down in the float.
prank phone call coming up next with the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is, he's so good at cheating, it's scary. We'll get into that, find out what that's all about in just a few. Yeah, I'm scared already. But right now, it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
This right here, don't let it shock you now, but this is called Your Funeral Arrangements. Your funeral arrangements.
Who died?
point? We're all here.
No. This is for a person that's living. You know, we call your funeral arrangements. Mm-hmm.
What?
Do you need to do this? Do it early, Carla. Do it early. Arrange
Get it on a
test run. Just do a test run.
So you doing a save the date? What do you mean you do it early?
To take a listen. Come on, Kat. Your funeral arrangements.
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Miss Diane, please.
She's not in at the moment. I'll take a message, please.
My name is John. I'm actually the funeral director here at funeral home. Miss Diane came in earlier today and tried to get the arrangements set. First of all, I want to say my condolences to you all and your entire family for what you're going through. She filled out some paperwork here, and I wanted to make sure I got everything actually correct. I'm a little not sure on what she wants on the actual tombstone. I don't know if she wants Rob or Robert. Are you one of the members that may be able to tell me exactly what she would want on the tombstone?
I'm Robert. What this all about? She came in this morning. What you talking about?
Okay, hold on a second, sir. You're who?
I am Robert. Robert. That's me.
Okay, and is there Robert Senior or
the Junior is just a child? I'm Robert Senior. That's who I am. Junior is a child. Neither one of us did. We're healthy.
Okay. Hang on. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Hang on a second, sir.
Yeah.
Diane, Miss Diane is your wife?
Yeah, Diane is my wife. You sure you got the right Diane? You sure?
She came in this morning, maybe 5'5", salt and pepper hair, shoulder length, maybe a medium brown complexion.
Mm-hmm. What kind of car was she driving? Did you see the car? You can see the car or something?
It seemed like it was some type of was it a Camry? I think.
Yeah, that's her. What happened? Tell me what happened this morning. She came in and said what to you?
She came in and Mr. Why don't I call back when Miss Diane is there and we can?
Don't call back. You know, tell me now, right now. I need to know what the is going on. My wife want to tell me she want to have a funeral for me, and you want to call me, let her know. Tell me now,
sir. All I know is Miss Diane came in. The paperwork was a little. I was just coming reevaluating on what was written here. It wasn't right. I mean, she came in. She picked out the casket. She did everything that she was supposed to.
Casket, bro. This right here, bro. I don't understand. I don't really understand what's going on, but I'm gonna find out later on. I'm gonna find out.
Sir, I don't understand. I've never been in a situation like this. Okay, so
you about to get in a situation.
Maybe I need to call back when Miss Diane gets there.
Man,
okay.
I said I need to talk to you now. She get here at 6 o'clock. Don't worry about that. Where you at? Anyway, what's your name again? Where you at?
I'm John, sir. I'm the funeral home director. I'm sorry,
John. You might be making some funeral arrangements for her too. I might need to switch names and put her name on there.
Okay, sir.
But guess what? 6 o'clock is 6 o'clock.
Sir,
6 o'clock. You gonna be there?
Sir, a funeral is a very serious thing, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
serious, bro. Look, my wife is coming. She trying to bury me. I'm Rob. What name you got on the paper? Rob.
Yeah, right. It's Rob or Robert, whichever one. I mean, I don't know.
We ain't even been beefing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even arguing. We had a little light argument last week by a little light bill, some little like that. But you gonna have a funeral for me?
Okay.
Man, this don't make no sense. I tell you like this, they got the right now. You got the right one. I tell you, man, I'm not around. Watch.
Sir, Mr. Can I? I mean, since I have you on the phone, can I ask you what? Is it all right if I ask you something, sir?
Man, what you want to ask me, bro?
I mean, since it is your funeral, would you like the light blue lining or the white lining inside on the inside?
Come on, you playing with me, right? Now you trying me. Now if I come down there and swing on your, you won't like it. There's gonna be 2 funerals. You and her. Keep on now. You gonna pick your own line. Oh. Man, I'm out here busting my right here. 12-hour shift. All I said, cut a little bit of lights off around here. Gonna keep the bill out. But you wanna say her around here.
Hello, sir.
But these lights on. Now a funeral? Come on, man. Boy, I swear to God, this.
Okay. Can I tell you what else your wife told me when she was here?
What? What else she told you? Yeah, I need to know. Anyway, I need to know. Tell me. Go ahead, tell me.
Well, she told me to tell you exactly who I was.
What? Who is you?
I'm sorry.
Who are you, sir? Who's the funeral director?
I'm not. Yeah, okay. I'm not John from the funeral home.
You better tell me you nobody else. Not no none of. You coming to funeral? Who this is?
This right here is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Diane got me to prank phone call you. Hello, Mr.
Y'all ain't. I swear y'all ain't. Tommy boy. Y'all play too much, man. Y'all need to stop playing on people's phones, man. Oh, for real, man. Y'all need to cut it out. Tell that Steve, I say, hey, man, look at him, bro. Big Daddy need a suit, man. Size 58. I need all that. Need all that shoes, socks, hat, all that.
All right, man. Hat, suit, hey, let me ask you, Mr. Lynn, what is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Nah.
Oh, goodness.
There it is.
Oh,
funeral arrangements.
God.
Hey, we need to be prepared, y'all. We need to be prepared. Know what you want.
Exit plan.
Exit plan. You know what you want. Know what kind of lining you want in that thing. You know. You're gonna be in there for a while. You need to at least know you want to pick a color you like. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to thank Washington D.C. coming out at the Howard Theater, hanging out with your boy this weekend. Enjoyed myself thoroughly. Went and hung out with Miss Virginia at Ben's Chili Bowl. She is 90 years young. OMG, she looks good.
She does.
And yeah, she looks really, really good. Had a wonderful time. You know, that place is historical. She was at the first March on Washington in 63.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? She was there. And everybody stops through there. Every legend you can think of, from MLK to well, actually they say when President Barack Obama, when he first won, his first stop was Ben's Chili Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that picture. I remember that too. Yeah.
Wow. Yes. My next stop, I get to take a little break, but my next stop is in Killeen, Texas. Killeen, Texas. Twice as Funny Comedy Club. That will be October 6, 7, 8. October 6, 7. See that break I get? October 6, 7, and 8. So Killeen, Texas, the nephew. Been a long time. I think it's been about, 4 or 5 years? The nephew is coming to Twice as Funny Comedy Club. That's October 6, 7, and 8. You better get your tickets right now, because the fool is coming to Texas. Okay? Twice as Funny Comedy Club. Killeen, Texas. Nephew Tommy. What?
All right, nephew. Thank you. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter. Subject, he's so good at cheating, it's scary. We'll get into that right after this.
Ooh, that boy good.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Eric Andre. I made a podcast called Bombing about absolutely tanking on stage. I'm talking about your most miserable experience as a performer. I tell gnarly stories, and I talk to friends about their worst moments of bombing in all sorts of ways. Bombing on stage, bombing in public, bombing in life. Like the time I stole a girl's phone during a set and she jumped on stage and threw a big haymaker punch to my nose. I want to know what's the worst way they've ever bombed or performed way too drunk or high. And was there ever a time where they thought they were going to crush and they stunk it up? Subscribe to my podcast, Bombing with Eric Andre, to hear more crazy stories from me and my friends. I'll have guests like Sam J, Dulce Sloan, Michelle Buteau, Mac DeMarco, DJ Doug Pound, Saturday Night Live's Sarah Sherman, and more. Listen to Bombing with Eric Andre on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network, on the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From iHeart Podcasts.
What in the hell is going on in here?
Everyone has their limits.
I'd never confronted a situation like this. I just thought it was just a really terrible, immoral thing.
A line they won't cross.
I was stunned, and I just said, no.
We're killing people.
You may never have to face that decision. When you find yourself at that line,
Thoughts racing, hearts racing.
And somebody needs to just, for once, give everybody the whole truth.
I'm like, this is evil.
And the only person who can sound the alarm is you.
I wasn't just going to sit silently by.
From iHeart Podcasts, these are the whistleblowers.
If you are disloyal,
Bad things are going to happen.
if you speak out,
A disgrace to our country.
you will pay.
He should be prosecuted.
When power corrupts, conscience is the last line of defense. I'm Miles Taylor. Listen to The Whistleblowers on the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, or more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, he's so good at cheating, it's scary. Dear Steve and Shirley, my brother is so good at cheating that it's scary. I lived with him and my sister-in-law for a year after I got out of rehab. I was in a boating accident and my leg was messed up, so I stayed in a rehab facility for 3 weeks. When I got out, my cheating brother wanted me to stay with him until I was fully able to walk again. After only 3 days of living with he and his wife, he started using me as interference and an excuse to cheat. His side chick came to the house during the day and they would have sex in the formal living room. If he ever got caught, the side chick was supposed to be my physical therapist and she even wore scrubs when she came to our house. I found it hard to look at my sweet sister-in-law and know that she's being cheated on by a man that had no respect for her nice living room furniture. He gave his girlfriend my phone number and she'd call late at night and he'd come to my room to tell her goodnight on my phone while he left his phone on the charger in his bedroom. His girlfriend could cook her behind off, so she would drop off food for him and he'd tell his wife that my friend dropped it off. My sister-in-law never became suspicious and I wanted to drop hints to her so badly, but I had to be loyal to my brother. Now I'm in my own apartment and I met a new guy. Whenever his phone rings and he ignores it, I get very paranoid. I'm dealing with baggage that never happened to me directly, but I was caught in the crossfires. I lash out at this new guy and he hasn't done anything. My brother said I cannot blame this on him. Should I trust my guy or keep an eye on him? All right. Well, in any situation, it's always good to keep your eyes open and pay attention to the red flags, okay? But in your case, your man hasn't really given you a reason to accuse him of anything. His not answering his phone could be something and it could not be. So only time will tell that. Now, what your brother did, of course, was completely wrong, completely out of line. And not to mention really stupid for bringing the woman to his home. It was very disrespectful, all of that. We know that. Yes, he should have he was using you, I should say, and your being there. And the fact that he knew that you wouldn't snitch on him because he's your brother to do his dirt. He used you to cover up his blatant cheating. Although if his wife caught him having sex in the living room, I don't know how he could say that was therapy. That was your physical therapy. Anyway, you saw what you saw and you cannot unsee it at this point. The main thing is please don't get involved. Please don't do that because their marriage truly is none of your business. I mean, you saw it, but what can you do? So yeah, watch your new guy, but don't compare him to your cheating low-down brother. Don't do that. If you want to know, just ask him about his unanswered phone calls and see how he reacts. Steve?
Wow. I've never seen a letter come in like this, where the subject matter for 99% of the letter, the subject matter was about someone else, and then 0.91% It's just you want to know if your new dude is cool or not. I'll be damned. This is a perfect case of worrying about something that, first of all, you have no control over. Worrying about something that has yet happened. And worrying about something that ain't your business. And now you done took on somebody's woes, concerns, and problems, and you done took them all and packed them on your back. And now you got all the same woes, troubles, and problems because in your mind, this is what you've come up with. This letter is nothing ridiculous. You talking about now your brother's so good at cheating is scary. This is really not a good cheater. I'm going to tell you something, man. This dude is this is damn near stupid. This is good cheaters, at least, man, damn, you want to reduce your chances.
Don't want to involve anyone else.
You want to reduce your chances and limit your exposure. Anything that exposes you, man, that's stupidity. And this dude is disloyal, dishonest. He's so good at cheating that it's scary. I lived with him and my sister-in-law for a year after I got out of rehab. I was in a boating accident and my legs was messed up, so I stayed in rehab. Yeah, okay, that's what you said. All right. So you hurt your leg in a boating accident. How many black people hurt their legs in boating accidents?
A few.
But you just coming out of rehab, okay. You want it to be a boating accident? Fine with me.
Why can't it be a boating accident?
I know what rehab she was in. I know the rehab. That's what you got to tell people when they ask you, I'm in rehab, what happened? Oh, boating accident. Push your ass on the boat and hurt your damn leg.
So they can't check it?
On the water, yeah. You don't even know where to call for the boating rehab. See, boating rehab, that's a specialty.
Boating rehab.
Boating rehab. No good and hell well, I know what's going on. Anyway, when I got out, my cheating brother wanted me to stay with him till I was fully able to walk again. 3 days of living after only 3 days of living with he and his wife, he started using me as interference and an excuse to cheat. His side chick came to the house during the day, and they would have sex in the formal living room. What? When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, the stupidity has begun.
All right, Steve. We will have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, he's so good at cheating, it's scary. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. He's so good at cheating, it's scary. Woo.
So this woman got this brother that cheats, and he's so good at it, it's scary. She went to stay with him after she got out of rehab from a boating accident. She hurt her legs on some water. All right. Okay. She hurt her legs.
You're not buying it.
On some water. Oh, you was in rehab. But that's the best damn rehab excuse I've ever heard. I was in a boating accident and hurt your leg on the water. You hurt your leg on some water.
It's possible. What?
Okay. We all know what the rehab was. You're in here just drinking or something. You drinking, cocaine.
Help her.
Cocaine. Anyway, she got out and her brother asked her to stay with him till she got back on her feet. But he used her as interference because he was using her as excuses while he cheated on his wife. His side chick came to the house during the day and they would have sex in the formal living room. Damn, man, we can't go shut a door or nothing. We're just out here in front of the flat screen. But in the formal living room, though, that's where we got the... Oh, we're on the velvet couch. We're in the formal living room, the one with the buttons in it. What's happening here? If he ever got caught, the side chick was supposed to be my physical therapist, and she even wore scrubs when she came to our house. This a low-down heifer right here.
Yeah.
This chick, the side chick, she low down. She is low down. Her self-esteem is so low. Not only are you the side chick, you going to come to my house and then you going to be in disguise and you going to be posed as a physical therapist for my sister who just got out of rehab from a boating accident. She hurt her leg on the water. Now you dressing up in scrubs to come over here. Man, this is a low-down chick right here. And this dude is dumb. Here's the exposure. You know about it. You at your own house. Neighbors know about it. And now you done brought this girl to your house posing as a physical therapist, and she's not one. And now she know about it. Your exposure is incredible, man. I found it hard to look at my sweet sister-in-law and know that she was being cheated on by a man that had no respect for her nice living room furniture. Wait a minute, hold on. Had no respect for her nice living room furniture? He didn't have no respect for her. He didn't have no respect for the marriage. He didn't have no respect for their home. Damn the nice living room furniture. He had no respect for her as a person, for their home. This dude right here, the side chick is low down and he low down. He gave his girlfriend my phone number and she called late at night and he come to my room to tell her good night on my phone. Man, this dude right here, boy, he got everybody involved in this. This is not going to last. Because ain't no foundation for this right here. His wife ain't did nothing to him. He just doing what he want to do, and he think he's slick. This ain't gonna last, man. It can't. The exposure is too high. He's not a good cheater. He's stupid. His girlfriend could cook her behind off, so she would drop off food for him, and he'd tell his wife that my friend dropped it off. Well, she is your friend. She be calling you at night. You take the phone call. Why don't you ignore the call? You ever thought about getting out of this? Not participating? Anyway, my sister-in-law never became suspicious, and I wanted to drop hints to her so badly, but I had to be loyal to my brother. That's real. You got to be loyal to the brother, but you got to distance yourself from this right here. Now I'm in my own apartment, and I met a new guy. Whenever his phone rings and he ignores it, I get very paranoid. I'm dealing with baggage that never happened to me directly. But I was caught in the crossfires. I lash out at this new guy, and he hasn't even done anything. My brother said I cannot blame this on him. Of course your brother saying you can't blame it on him. Because your brother ain't wrong. He ain't wrong for the side chick. He ain't wrong for bringing her into his home. He ain't wrong for having sex with her in the living room. He ain't wrong for making her dress up in a scrub disguise. He ain't wrong for giving her your phone number. He ain't wrong for coming to your room at night to say goodnight. Are you kidding me? And you expect him to own up to something? Are you serious, lady? And then all of that to get to this right here. And oh, by the way, I done told you, you done bought some baggage from a relationship that wasn't even yours. Most women that have baggage from a previous relationship or something that happened to him. That's more understandable than this. You bringing baggage from some hearsay and something you saw. Lady, you and your brother, I don't know how y'all be thinking on who y'all mom and daddy was, but y'all missed a lot of lessons on how it's supposed to go. Should I trust my new guy or keep an eye on him? Keep an eye on him. Every time you stay with somebody, you got to keep an eye on somebody. Damn, now you in your house keeping an eye on somebody. What the hell? Why don't you just try to enjoy your damn life for once and quit creating scenarios that you don't have? Hey.
All right, Steve, thank you. Please leave your comments on today's letter.
Your brother's stupid.
On Instagram at Steve Harvey FM, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app, where free never sounded so good. Coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
All right, Shirley, it's week 3 of preseason. We almost there. This is cut week, actually. They're going to be starting cutting the players now. We got to get down to 53-man rosters. And so they had a lot of starters play this weekend.
Have y'all been asking the NFL, could Texans have 75?
we need some more players. I'm telling you. We're going to see what happens. But the Steelers over the Falcons 24-0. The Colts over the Eagles 27-13. The Lions outdo the Panthers 26-17. The Patriots and the Titans, man. The Titans, I think they're going to be a pretty good team, huh? The Titans.
Preseason.
It's still, I know it's preseason, but I like the Titans. 23.
Hey, man, did y'all
7
win?
over the Patriots.
Did y'all win?
That's all you really want to know.
That's all you really want to know.
I'll tell you a lot of stuff.
I'll tell you who didn't win. The Browns didn't win either. So
thank you. Who didn't win, Junior?
Yeah, the Browns. They lost.
Browns didn't win? How bad they lose?
Let me ask you a question.
It was just 1 point. Okay. 33-20. 32.
And who was we playing, Junior?
Y'all playing the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
No, it's preseason. It's preseason.
Yeah, I know. It's preseason. I know. Y'all ain't won a game in preseason?
No, not one.
Not a one. Lord.
Well, we got the Packers over the Seahawks 19-15. Oh, man, the Jets over the Giants 32-24. Aaron Rodgers made his debut. Pretty good, 5-7. He had a touchdown pass, so it looks good for them. The Commanders over the Bengals 21-19. We had the Bucks over the Ravens 26-20. And you had the Jaguars over the Dolphins 31-18, and you had the Cowboys. What? The Cowboys over the Raiders 31-16.
I don't want to get in your sports, but you do know the Cowboys traded for
Trey Lance. Yes. Yeah. So
they got Trey Lance, the quarterback.
Yeah, and you know what, is that a sign that they might have to use Trey Lance if Dak Prescott don't get it together? Because I mean, they got to do something, Yeah. Yeah,
but like if Prescott got hurt, well, who would they use?
Right.
I think it was a great deal for them.
Yeah,
I actually think the Cowboys is going to have a decent year.
What?
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so for Dak.
And I really don't give a damn.
Yeah, about the Cowboys.
I just want to say that. I think they might have a decent year, though. I like the players. I like Prescott, Dak. I'm pulling for them this year now because they be dogging them.
They do, man. But
I'm sure pulling for Deshaun Watson, though. I sure hope.
Yeah, you know what? He looked pretty good. He had a couple of fumbles in the game, but he still looked good. I think y'all gonna be fine. You think y'all can make the playoffs?
Y'all get him a couple massages, he'll be all right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Junior. Coming up at the top of the hour, a wife wants to know what's going on down at her husband's job. We'll get into that right after this. Uh-oh.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Eric Andre. I made a podcast called Bombing about absolutely tanking on stage. I'm talking about your most miserable experience as a performer. I tell gnarly stories, and I talk to friends about their worst moments of bombing in all sorts of ways. Bombing on stage, bombing in public, bombing in life. Like the time I stole a girl's phone during a set and she jumped on stage and threw a big haymaker punch to my nose. I want to know what's the worst way they've ever bombed or performed way too drunk or high. And was there ever a time where they thought they were going to crush and they stunk it up? Subscribe to my podcast, Bombing with Eric Andre, to hear more crazy stories from me and my friends. I'll have guests like Sam J, Dulce Sloan, Michelle Buteau, Mac DeMarco, DJ Doug Pound, Saturday Night Live's Sarah Sherman, and more. Listen to Bombing with Eric Andre on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From iHeart Podcasts.
What in the hell is going on in here?
Everyone has their limits.
I'd never confronted a situation like this. I just thought it was just a really terrible, immoral thing.
A line they won't cross.
I was stunned, and I just said, no.
We're killing people.
You may never have to face that decision. When you find yourself at that line,
Thoughts racing, hearts racing.
And somebody needs to just, for once, give everybody the whole truth.
I'm like, this is evil.
and the only person who can sound the alarm is you.
I wasn't just going to sit silently by.
From iHeart Podcasts, these are the whistleblowers.
If you are disloyal,
bad things are going to happen.
If you speak out,
a disgrace to our country.
You will pay.
He should be prosecuted.
When power corrupts, conscience is the last line of defense. I'm Miles Taylor. Listen to The Whistleblowers on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, so Steve, this is from Alicia in Trenton, who says, I've been with my husband for 21 years total. He's not a super stylish dresser, so we might get him a new suit every 3 years, depending on if he's gained or lost weight. Yesterday, he got home from work and told me that his coworker said he looks better in navy, black, and dark colored suits. I want to know what coworker told him that. I bet it was a woman, and I want to know why she's worried about what color my husband looks best in. He's getting near his midlife crisis age, so how can I tell if he's cheating? Should I visit him at work?
What the hell do that got to do with cheating? A coworker said he looked better in dark suits. What coworker said that? You know good and hell well it was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never told a dude, man, you know, you look better in dark suits.
Wow, at all.
Never.
I see you more in a cream. I do. I see you. No, I ain't done that.
And you could, because you're in fashion, but you don't. Yeah.
And your husband's not cheating. You go down there on the job. Who in here? Hey, who in here like dark colors?
Fired. Yeah.
Hello, I know you heifers hear me. Who in here like dark? Lady, what you getting ready to do? He ain't having no midlife crisis. You buy your husband a damn suit every 3 years. Every 3 years. How long he been at the job? What the hell you buy him that beige suit for last year anyway?
Oh my gosh, boy.
He said you're gonna roll up to the job. Who in here
like dark colors?
Man, that's some ignorant ass.
Who in here building Daryl head
up? So your response is she shouldn't visit him at work, obviously.
For what?
That is so funny.
All right, we have time for another one, Steve. This is from Taylor in Hampton. Taylor says, my boyfriend wants to get his eyes done. He's always had under eye bags and he's not even 40 yet, so he's very self-conscious. I want him to feel good about himself, but I don't necessarily think that a cosmetic procedure is the way to go. Do I have to be fake and act like I support him on this? Will it crush him if I tell him how I really feel?
I think you should tell him how you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That you're not into plastic surgery.
I mean, if it don't bother you and you want to tell him that, you should tell him that. Then if you go down there and get the surgery, then you done found out that he don't give a damn what you think.
Them bags got to be heavy. Them bags got to be heavy.
Let me tell you something. For a man be talking about that right there?
Yeah.
No.
Them bags strong.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's like, I'm gonna have to start learning how to use these filters they got out here on these cameras, because when I do these selfies and stuff, I don't know how to hold the camera. And I've thought about surgery my damn self. I see my damn selfies because I'd be going, man, what angle do I hold it at? And my nose don't look like a helmet. Cause I'd be sitting up here going, damn, man, I got on the Kansas City
it does make your features
helmet.
Your features
man, I don't know how to hold it. Because, I be seeing people hold the camera and take a picture of themselves in the mirror. I don't know how to hold my damn camera.
So maybe
when I get through, I'll be going,
doing that.
What?
You need
you got a big ass face. Wonder what
Everybody does.
Wonder what I'd have to. How many weeks would I have to be out
for surgery?
Yeah, wonder if I got. Wonder if anybody
you gonna schedule it at a good time.
Yeah, wonder if anybody noticed if I came in here with a really narrow nose.
It is getting more common amongst men.
I just come in here and look like a damn newscaster.
I'm Steve Harvey.
Hi, I'm Steve Harvey, and here's the evening news.
I just don't see you doing that, Steve. I don't see you doing it.
No.
All right, coming up, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, it is out. You're getting great reviews. Please tell us more about Elevate You.
Junior, you ever use Elevate You?
Absolutely, I use Elevate You. Yeah.
Yeah, you look good, Junior. I know you've been working out and stuff, too.
I saw your cutout this weekend in Walmart, too, man. It looked good, man. Yeah.
Shut up, Junior.
Yeah, you was in there, man.
Boy, don't you say that.
You looking good, man.
Junior, am I the same height?
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
So this is what I want to do. Anybody that sees my cutout in Walmart, can you take a picture and post it and send it to me? How would they get the picture to me?
They could tag you in the post if they post.
You want me to give them your number?
Yeah, because we try to figure out what would you like.
If you post a picture and hashtag Elevate You, I'm going to start posting people. Let's take it. I ain't seen it.
Yeah.
Junior, it's a cutout.
Yes, a cutout, sir.
At the Walmart.
Woo!
I done made it now. I done made it now. I'm a cutout at Walmart.
That's big.
Boy, you don't even understand,
Pretty
y'all. The
epic,
stick
Steve.
packs is going huge in Walmart, and the gummies is going huge in Walmart.
All right.
Junior, the scene of cutout. How come you ain't take no picture, dog?
Yeah.
You know what, Unc? I'm going to go back down. It's right up the street.
Man, I sure appreciate it.
It's 2 turns.
I love it. All right. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after. We will play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for a round of Would You Rather. Let's get right into it. Would you rather do 500 push-ups a day? Or would you rather have lunch with your ex once a month?
1,000 push-ups. 1,000.
I'm gonna do these push-ups. I ain't
Start
even
right
gonna
now.
I ain't even gonna be able to hold the card on Family Feud. Don't be so. Yeah. But we gonna
Ain't nobody doing the X. Ain't nobody doing the X.
It's just once a month, though. Just once a month.
I'm gonna go and do these damn push-ups. At least I can get something out these push-ups.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Would you rather dream that you're urinating, or would you rather dream you're being chased by a dog?
Well, let me explain something to you.
What you mean?
Let me tell you this right here. If you dream you're urinating, you have no idea, but that's what happened to a little boy. You standing, you're peeing right now. You're peeing on yourself. That's not a dream. If you're dreaming about urinating, that's not a dream. You're going to wake up wet, homie.
I done peed while the dog was chasing me. So I done both.
Wow.
Y'all wide awake, too. Wasn't no damn dream.
Getting it.
Top speed.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather go 1 month without teeth, or 1 month without your, you know what?
What?
Yeah. Teeth.
Without my you know what?
Yeah, without your you know
I ain't
what.
never going without my you know what. I be gumming everybody around here, but I ain't going without my you know what.
I can get some more teeth. I can get some dentures or something. But when you take you know what, where are you taking it where? Wait. You taking it off to where?
You're just going a month without it.
What do you mean without it?
Just a month. You're just gonna go a month without it.
Now, do you know how worried I'll be about him?
That's on your mind.
No, I ain't even gonna be able to sleep.
Calling every day. Checking on him. Let me holler at him real quick.
Hey man, you think I can sing?
Make sure you all right.
I gotta have visitation. There are no visitation.
I'm talking about through a thick piece of glass.
Without means without.
No, hell no. No damn teeth.
So you'll go without teeth for a month. Okay.
See, I know if they take the teeth, I know I got a chance of getting something back. If they take it, when you give it back,
then what?
It's not the same.
Hell
it's gonna come back.
No.
Me and him gonna do what we do till we get our teeth back. We're gonna do what we do.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Would you guys rather tell the truth for a whole week, or would you rather sleep in a coffin for a full week? Which one?
Close that door on that coffin and go on by my business.
I'm gonna go and catch me a nice little nap in that coffin.
Coming up next, last break of the day, and we'll close out the show with the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Eric Andre. I made a podcast called Bombing about absolutely tanking on stage. I'm talking about your most miserable experience as a performer. I tell gnarly stories, and I talk to friends about their worst moments of bombing in all sorts of ways. Bombing on stage, bombing in public, bombing in life. Like the time I stole a girl's phone during a set and she jumped on stage and threw a big haymaker punch to my nose. I want to know what's the worst way they've ever bombed or performed way too drunk or high. And was there ever a time where they thought they were going to crush and they stunk it up? Subscribe to my podcast, Bombing with Eric Andre, to hear more crazy stories from me and my friends. I'll have guests like Sam J, Dulce Sloan, Michelle Buteau, Mac DeMarco, DJ Doug Pound, Saturday Night Live's Sarah Sherman, and more. Listen to Bombing with Eric Andre on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day on this Monday. And before we get out of here and get to your closing, Steve, we do want to send our condolences out to the families of those murdered people in Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, yeah. This was just horrible. It was a racially motivated shooting in Florida over the weekend and by a 20-year-old something man who yelled out the N-word several times and eventually shot himself. But definitely our condolences go out to those families.
That's horrible. Targeted
just awful.
African Americans and killed them.
Yeah.
This world.
It's terrible.
Full of hate and evil.
And nothing, again, will be done about the guns and all of this. You know?
Never.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's the norm. That's the bad part.
Which is sad. Which is so sad. Steve, you can take it away.
Hey, my closing remarks today. First of all, it's going to be very, very encouraging. I try to use my platform to motivate people. I've also learned in my life that most of the times I just use my own personal experiences. As I have through most of my life and stories, I used to oftentimes wonder why God was letting me go through some of the things I went through. And after going through so many things, I came to the conclusion that, well, there's an upside to it. As tough as it may have been to overcome or get through it, there was an upside to all of it. I now had a story to tell. I now had a testimony. And like we always say, and old people say, you can't have a testimony without a test. I have been tested. I am always being tested. Most of it is a test of my faith. What do I believe in the most? And let me offer this to all of you out there who have haters. Let me say this to you. Do you believe in most in the haters and what they say? Or do you believe most in what God says? You have a choice to make in this, you know. You can go with what the haters say and react to that, or you can go with what God say and react to that. All of us have to take heed to this. I have to sometimes take heed to my own messages. You know, listen to me. One of the things that I've often said was, stay on the wall, which means if you're in a climb to somewhere and you're climbing up the wall of success, and your wall can be whatever. It can be the corporate ladder. It can be the position down at the plant. It can be a business. It can be your education. It could be your goals for your family. Whatever wall it is you're climbing and you're trying to go higher up it, stay on the wall. Now, when the haters are below and are throwing rocks at you, it is in your best interest to stay on the wall. What happens is, if you allow haters to throw up at you on the wall and you climb down off the wall to address them, you've done a few things now. Number one, you stopped your ascent, which is the whole goal in life, is to go higher. You've now stopped. You've done another thing. You've regressed. You've actually gone backwards. Here's another thing you've done. You've gotten down on their level. And once you get down on the level hate, you open up yourself to more hate. Because now those rocks and arrows that they were throwing up the wall at you that had no sting, you are now eye level and this stuff is hitting you in your teeth. Stay on the wall. Do not give them. And here's the other thing about haters. And you've got to understand this. I or you, this is for all of us who have haters. You have never had a hater that's doing better than you. I know I ain't ever had a hater that was doing better than me. Everybody I know that's doing better than me is cheering for me. Come on, Steve, you can do it. Hang in there, man. Hey, man, you good? I love you, dog. Keep your head up. That's what people do who are in the upward mobility business. They do upward mobility things. People who are in the hate business, and here's the thing that I feel sorry for haters, bloggers and stuff like that, because you know what happens to them? They're in the hate business. I don't know if they've noticed, man, if they've taken a look around. But if you stay in the hate business, hate gonna come your way. I very rarely use the word karma because I don't know exactly how that works, but people call it karma. I never use that word because I don't do that. You know, that what goes around comes around thing. I don't worry about that. But I do know this. There's consequences. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So now, if you're in the hate business of destroying a person's life, you don't think that somebody gonna take aim at you? You don't think if you perpetuate hate, that hate is gonna come back to you? Have you seen people, the way their lives turn out, who have been in the hate business for a while? You don't see the results of what their life end up looking like? Man, y'all listen to me. Stay on the wall. What I will not do, and what my son has reminded me of this weekend, I will never respond to rumor and gossip. I wish I would climb down off the wall with my family to address rumor and gossip. Man, please. Because when you get through throwing them rocks up at me, I want to know something. Because of the grace of God and his goodness and favor in my life, I'm way up on the wall and I'm not coming down. I thank God for that. And for all of you out there with haters, stay on the wall and you'll never have a hater that's doing better than you. Ain't God good? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Have a good one. Talk to God today. Love to hear from you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Eric Andre. I made a podcast called Bombing about absolutely tanking on stage. I tell gnarly stories, and I talk to friends about their worst moments of bombing in all sorts of ways. Bombing on stage, bombing in public, bombing in life. Like the time I stole a girl's phone during a set and she jumped on stage and threw a big haymaker punch to my nose. Listen to Bombing with Eric Andre on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.